Okay. Jumping into the next level. Time to see how long this level takes to load. I'm at 8 seconds right now as soon as I go in. 6 if you count the little loading time. Or I think even like 3 if you count the little loading time, but... The little hitman getting picked up and pulled in animation. Okay, so yeah, it averages about 20 seconds.
Look at these creatures, Patrick. They're...
Funny?
No, scary.
Oh, yeah, that was gonna be my second guess.
No, this whole place is frightening. It's cold, it's moist, and it smells like the dumpster behind the chum bucket.
Well, that sure sounds a lot like this puddle of ooze you're standing in.
Ew! It must be the remains of the victims of the monster that came through here. We have to hurry and find Gary.
Kind of morbid to think about it. It's the remains of the people the monster killed, essentially. Goodness. Reference? Yeah, reference. Okay, so this level gave me a lot of difficulty in the actual game. Or in the original. Let's see if it gives me difficulty here. What's with the conveyor belt? Snail shells.
In memory of Carl, not gone, just easily forgotten.
In memory of Carl, not gone but easily forgotten. That's messed up, but that's funny. Hey.
Hide, SpongeBob.
Oh, can I not, like, hit you? I guess I just can't hit you. Unless I could do it from above. Nope. Just dodge you, I guess, is my main goal.
No! What was that thing?
A spooky sludge. A spludge.
Ooh, more jelly. I feel like Mr. Krabs.
I may have to turn the brightness up for this area. Gonna turn the brightness up a little bit.
Well, maybe we can hide in that.
Oh, hide in that bush. Spooky jelly.
Bush. Or maybe we can just go home.
Now, the real question gets asked. Okay, so there's no point being in the bush.
Just pretend it's scary, it's funny, and play hide and seek with them.
Great idea, and we'll win, because they're not even seeking. I wonder if we'll spot any...
How to boo. Or how to boo scare, okay. Oh, you sneak up on. So spots around here somewhere. Because SpongeBob makes a comment whenever you're near a spot.
Sticky sweet.
He's probably up top. Yep. Spot's not... He's not usually that hard to find.
Oh, what kind of monster would abandon a candy bar like that? All without its wrapper?
Oh, we have to find Gary before he shares that candy bar's fate.
Shouldn't we help this candy find a warm and safe place? Too bad I left my candy bar bag in my candy bar bag carrying bag. I guess I have to put it in my mouth instead.
Wait a tide. Something about this ooze seems very familiar. Calcium, with a faint trace of protein, and lots of love. That's not ooze, that's slime! Gary's slime!
That is a lot of slime for such a tiny snail.
He must be so scared. We gotta find him.
Reminded of the Ink Lemonade episode.
Just follow this slime trail through the dark, scary, horrifying city.
Which was made back during the time where SpongeBob episodes were not good. Because there was a time, a couple seasons, where the show just had a lot of bad episodes. Oh. Ink Lemonade, or whatever it was called, Squid Lemonade, was one of those. Man, this level is struggling. Balloon has enough air.
Excuse me, have you seen...
I'm afraid I have not.
Mrs. Fluff. Go! These puns, man.
I'm in the middle of crucial organizing business for the Snail Cup. If you want to enter the race, you need to pay the participation fee of 5 candy bars.
There's only one way to get the amount of candy we need.
Take it from babies?
No, we go trick-or-treating.
Oh, that works too, I guess.
Take it from babies?
I think the monster's all in our heads. Maybe we're the monsters. I know my upstairs neighbor is.
Yeah. So, you just gotta go trick-or-treating. It's a thing I have not done in a long time.
Candy, candy, candy! Sticky sweet.
Yeah, this game is just like it's having a lot of difficulty in this level. I don't know what it is. It must be all the they must have done a weird job with how the slime is like drawn and animated and detailed and all that.
Sweet Neptune, are you insane running around like this? Don't you know people have phobias?
Sorry, I didn't know my costume was that scary. What are you afraid of?
Boxes, man, boxes. You never know what'll be inside or where they'll take you. And then it's too late. And you look just like one. All square-like.
Sometimes boxes have good things in them, like Krabby Patties.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. Here's some candy.
Thank you.
Balloons? Don't you know people have phobias?
I like how he's supposed to just be a jab at... I don't want to call them crazy people, but people who are just afraid of literally everything. There are people like that, and they're... I don't want to really say anything ill about them, because, you know, people are as people are.
Ooh, more jelly.
There's a few phobias that make me wonder, that make me ask. It's like, are you really afraid of this? That's not a house down there.
Have you seen my snail? Tiny, cute, sweet, with very expressive eyelashes. If he's really sweet, then the monster probably took him. It ruined everyone's Halloween by stealing our sweets. The last time it was seen, it crawled down the racing track. I think the track probably leads all the way to its lair. There it feasts on innocent candy and pets.
Poor Gary.
Patrick, we need to find more candy to get on that racing track. Here, have one of my candy bars for the participation fee. Your awesome costume deserves it. Thanks.
Okay. Now, I don't remember if the...
I got a rock.
Okay, Charlie Brown.
Did you know everyone at my school says I'm the smartest, most talented, most coolest kid? Because they do.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything of note down here that I would need?
This guy could use some meat on his bones.
Oh, this must be for the,
Hard to believe there's a monster here.
yeah, that must be for one of the, hidden collectible things that you have to come back for.
Aw, you look adorable.
Trick or treat?
Ooh, look at you! What a nice costume! How can I help you, young fellows?
Candy! Candy, 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 candy!
Oh, of course, sweetie. Here, have a candy bar.
Ah!
Wow, vintage.
Thanks!
Okay. Yeah, I haven't... I mean, that's about right for what I remember of trick-or-treating. Not getting much of note.
Trick or treat.
I've been trying to find chocolate for 3 days. There's almost nothing left. Except for, well, I could tell you, but you have to promise to split the spoils.
I'm all ears. Well, actually, I'm mostly cellulose, but
Yeah. Look, a weird and very heavy rock crashed behind my house, right on my chocolate shed. Maybe you can move it. Here, let me open the gate for you.
Massive gate. Oh, yeah, I forgot his house was missing.
no more chafing.
My candy bar bag carrying bag. This is just the chocolate guy.
Chocolate! Finally, chocolate!
If it weren't for Gary, I could go home and watch Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy reruns. They better have a good reason for being in trouble.
Because we played with magic bubbles and tore into the fabric of reality, creating cosmic chaos that puts all of Bikini Bottom in danger?
I said a good reason.
I don't care if it's our fault, that's not a good reason.
I'm flying!
Oi. Oi. Part of, like, I'm annoyed that the references to the actual show aren't that good. Like, that one guy going, chocolate, like, that, it didn't sound very good at all. But then there's funny things like that where it's like, I don't care if it's their fault. That's not a good reason.
Flavor do you think it is?
There's some pretty good references here. Or like pretty good quotes here, but the references to the actual show are not the greatest.
Trick or treat.
I can't understand your accent.
Trick or treat.
Oh. Why didn't you say so? Here, have a candy bar. And nice costume, by the way.
Thank you. That's all the candy we need. Now we can give it all away to Mrs. Puff.
Well, do we have to?
Yeah, that's roughly what I remember of trick-or-treating. You walked for 3 hours getting, hurting your feet as much as you could to get a bag of candy. Yeah, well, your younger siblings are going to ask you for some, so you got to give 70% of it away. Pleasant. Oh, you go to school the next day and you bring some candy with you? Yeah, well, you got to share with your classmates. Trick-or-treating was just 90% effort for somebody else to get your candy. It was fun, but...
You again. Did you bring the participation fee candy?
With nuts.
Fancy. Now keep still. This is going to hurt.
Wait, what?
It's a snail race. You have to be a snail and fast. Go!
Yeah, I didn't mind trick-or-treat. Oh, push B to climb hills, I think. Yeah, mash B to climb hills. Like, I didn't mind doing that stuff. It was just kind of annoying. It's like a majority of your effort is going to go to someone else having your candy. I also like these snails. They're just... they're not Gary, they're Larry. Do I have to mash the button? Does mashing the button actually do anything for me? Doesn't appear to do anything. Oh yeah, unless the one time it has done something. It's called a snail race, yet there's no timer.
Oh, you survived. I mean, you won the race. Congratulations. Now go bother the other kids.
Yeah, these weird enemies that, when they're combined, they hit you. They'll fight you if they're combined, but they won't when they're tiny. They're weird. I remember, oddly enough, trick-or-treating as a kid, I remember getting a lot of really good candy. I remember getting, like, cans of pop and, like, one year I got a full bag of chips. Not one of those, like, little tiny mini bags that you can buy for Halloween, and not even one of the smaller personal bags you can get at, like, the dollar store. I mean, like, full-on, like, a bag of Lay's that you would buy at Walmart.
He's here.
Oh, there's a shiny candy over there! I wonder what it tastes like.
Don't touch it, Patrick.
Strawberries, my favorite!
What happened? Oh.
Patrick, you're glowing.
Who said that? How do you know my name?
It's me, Patrick.
I thought I was Patrick.
No, I'm SpongeBob. You're Patrick.
He's just glowing for some reason.
Oh. Maybe we should turn on some lights and make sure.
Of course, I had to throw that bag of chips out when I got home with it, because, of course, I got it in one of the earlier houses. So, of course, the bag of chips kind of became deflated.
Do something!
These cables are glowing. Maybe they feel pretty.
It kind of, it became deflated. It popped a little bit. So, I had to throw it out for a safety sake. Because any candy that has an air in it and there's no air in it, it's believed that it's been tampered with and you throw it out. So for safety's sake, I had to remove it, even though, like, I knew full well what it was. Like, the top was torn open as if it had been, like, punctured by another piece of candy that was in the bag. But... and half the chips were crushed, but, you know, I still had to do it. So I had to throw it out for safety. I don't mind. I then, years later, started taking my youngest sister out to trick-or-treating. And she, like, I immediately, the first night I did that, got a ton of respect for my parents when I was younger, because of the sheer amount of looking through bags of candy and a little tiny, like, packet of, like, Sour Patch Kids. Yep, well, time to, you know, squeeze every, like, centimeter of this package to make sure it's not messed with. Oh, this chocolate bar, let's, you know, smell around it to make sure there's no chocolate smell leaving it, because then that means it's popped open. You know, all that stuff. You spend as long doing that as the kids do actually going and getting the candy. Mind you, I didn't have to do any of that, but me and my sister got along well enough, so I did. Let my parents spend the time doing the candy for someone else. My other brothers.
Sandy! I mean,
Sandy.
The name's Candy, with a C as hard as the toffee in Grandma's candy dish. Thank you for bringing the power back.
we're looking for my pet snail, Gary. He got lost, probably kidnapped by a monster. Have you seen him?
Haven't seen your pet around, I'm afraid. But that monster, they say its lair is in the museum. It's dangerous, but it might be your best chance of finding your little critter.
Sounds reasonable. We should ask this monster if it's seen Gary.
Patrick, I don't think monsters can talk.
You know what? My little monster theater has been reset. You mind giving me a hand with putting it back in order? If you do, I'll open the way to the museum for you, so you can go look for that monster and your friend.
I don't like it, but if there's a chance Gary is with this monster, we have no other choice. Oh, poor Gary. Let's get this theater fixed.
I believe I hear people waking up, which means noise is going to start happening, so I cannot record anymore. So this part is short, I'm sorry, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.